I don't know about y'all, but when Def Jam Fight for New York dropped in 2004, that was probably one of the most anticipated games of my childhood. I stayed up the entire night on a school night beating the story. Def Jam Vendetta was fire in its own right, but Def Jam Icon, what went wrong? In this video, we're gonna talk about it from the king of the classic perspective. Question of the day: if you had to rate Def Jam Icon on a 1 to 10 scale, what would you rate it? Do you think people are too critical on it and you enjoyed it? Or did you think it was trash bag? Let me know in the comments below. If you're new here, I go by the name of Rom, the king of the classics. I drop gameplays on all the classic games like Def Jam and make videos like this. So if you rock with that type of content, hit that subscribe and drop a like because it's free to show love. Now let's get to the video. They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And to start, that's what happened with Def Jam Icon. They mastered the formula on Def Jam Fight for New York. And you know what they did? They started from scratch. They changed developers from the developers of, dig this, WrestleMania 2000 on Nintendo 64 and No Mercy on Nintendo 64. Talk to me, bro. Them is two of the greatest wrestling games of all times on the Nintendo 64, bruh. Why would you get rid of the AKI engine, bruh? It was proven to work. The engine that y'all created was doo-doo, alright? I'm sure they regret that. Let's just say the gameplay was all shuffled up and watered down, and that decision to change developers was one of the main reasons why. The game definitely had potential. I don't know about y'all, man. I know Def Jam Icon gets a lot of hate, but it looked good, bro. I remember seeing it back in the day and thinking it was a good-looking game. Like, it looked crispy, bro. If they would have just had the engine with them graphics, nobody would have complained. We would have been on it. We would have been good, bro. Online play with them graphics, talk to me. The story was even decent. It had funny parts. It's a cool story, man. You know what I mean? But if the gameplay ain't there, don't nobody care. You feel me? I don't give a damn. I don't care. I ain't trying to start a record label. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm trying to see if Snoop survived. That was so simple. Y'all had a cliffhanger that y'all could have ran with, but you didn't do that. I have a whole video about EA Sports selling its soul and turning its back on the culture, dropping soon. Stay tuned. I gotta expose it. But yeah, the graphics and environment was dope. They had the right idea. They just didn't execute. They took the soul out the game, man. Fight for New York has so much soul, bro. From the introductions to the commentators to the blazing moves to the outros, you know what I mean, to the soundtrack. You feel me? It was so much soul. It just felt right. To this day, it still feel right. You know what I'm saying? They had the blueprint there and they shuffled it. You know, the trash talk wasn't there no more. The blazing move. How do you get rid of a blazing move? That was the most innovative. That's what made Def Jam Def Jam. And y'all got rid of that and started having, y'all had them scratching records to make the car bounce. Move on. It's like this. Who came up with that, bruh? I would have fired you on the spot. Don't come in my office with that weak talk. You want them to DJ to make the environment jump, but not a blazing move? Come on. Speaking of music, the soundtrack wasn't bad. They had some dope selection of tracks. But you know what's crazy? You have to pick a track for your fighter. Or if you're fighting another guy, they have that same song. So when you're fighting over and over and over and over, I don't care if you have a 10 out of 10 classic song like the music I make, right? If you listen to it 100 times in a gameplay session, you gonna hate it. And eventually, when you do that with every song in the game, I'm not playing that game no more, bro. Miss me with that, you feel me? That was a joke about my music, but it is fire though. Yeah, that was just a bad idea, you know? That whole DJ scratching, all of that was just a bad idea. Keeping the same song on was a bad idea. Removing commentary was a bad idea. Switching developers was a bad idea. Not having as many characters as y'all used to have was a bad idea. And I don't know if they just cut the budget or what, which EA Sports, man, we gonna talk about it, but something happened. They could have put, there's not even that many fighters in the game, bro. Like, they could have put, bro, y'all had so many, like, fake, y'all had so many imaginary characters that y'all could have put in the game and y'all didn't. Legendary characters, bro. Pockets? How do you not put Pockets in there, bro? Snowman? You know what I'm saying? I can't think of nobody else on top. I'm trying so hard to think just on the spot of another. Damn. Hold up, y'all. I play that game so much, and Massa, bruh. Cruz. None of them are in the game, bro. Lack of game modes, man. I think you can only do 1v1 on there. Y'all on Def Jam Vendetta, y'all had handicap fights, which was fire. Y'all had survival mode, which was fire. Y'all had tag team, which was fire. Def Jam Fight for New York kind of lost a couple of them, but y'all had window match, inferno match, all that type of deal, and there was none of that. Y'all just sent it in. They just were trying to get it. It was a cash grab. They didn't put the same effort and attention to it. And that was the shift in, I don't know if it's Def Jam's fault or EA Sports, but I'm sure they regret it, because if they could have pivoted and made a good game, we'd still be able to play it. They still be getting revenue off of it. But, you know, they turned their back on us. We'll talk about that in a video that's coming soon. But yeah, man, a lot of it is just the feel, you know? Some things just happen and come together just perfectly, right? So Def Jam Vendetta was the warm-up, and then Fight for New York was like the synergy. It was just right. It was the right time for the label. Everybody in the label was popping. Everybody was getting money. Everybody was on it. They was on it. They was invested into it, and you could feel it. It had the heart. It had the soul, and that's the reason why people swear by it, and that's the reason why it costs $500 on eBay, and that's the reason why you could play it over and over and over and not get tired of it, because of the synergy. Put their soul into it. When the soul was removed, it lost that competitive arcade feel. Def Jam Fight for New York and even Vendetta had a good balance of competitiveness, like to make it a competitive fighting game, but it was over the top. It was just arcade, and they missed it. And they had the potential. Like 106 in Park, that was a dope idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of dope things. Def Jam, y'all were so close. I'll bring the game back. Give us new graphics, but make sure y'all keep the soul in it. Make sure y'all revisit that Fight for New York, because that was prime. That was prime. That synergy was there, and I don't know if y'all ever be able to recapture it. Creating an updated version of that game, I think, would be a great decision and would show that you actually care about the culture. Now, if you agree, let me know in the comments. And if you disagree, let me know in the comments. I'm looking forward to what your opinion is. Why was Def Jam Icon so different? If y'all enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe, hit that like. Go binge some of my other content if you want to take a trip back to 2004 and see some of them classics. I'll see you on the next one. It's your boy Ra. I'm out.
And yeah, we still blazing. Half man, half flamethrower, flow immaculate. Gas masks, trash bags full of that Cali Kush. Need more cash flow, these boys smoking regular. Claim that they the plug, doorman, get your hustle up. Circle of bosses around me, cross cover my